So I am a little bit mad at my puppy this morning. Let me tell you why. Over the last week and change of owning this little puppy.
How can you be mad at him?
This is totally natural. I totally planned it. How can I be mad at a puppy? That seems
like you're the villain in 103 Dalmatians.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm Cruella de Vil. Who is the villain in Beethoven? That like creepy doctor who wanted to poke needles into. You never saw Beethoven?
Before you destroy the dogs, bring me the St. Bernard for the ammo test.
It's a classic. Some vet has it out for this big dog and wants to kill him, and the family's got to protect their family dog from the vet who wants to kill their dog. Classic 90s piece of cinema. Comment below if Beethoven didn't shape your views of vets as a child. Can't bring my dog to the vet. They just want to put him to sleep. There's Poppy. So despite watching Beethoven as a kid and thinking that all vets wanted to do was kill dogs, we're taking my puppy to the vet this morning. So how could I be mad at such a cute little puppy? How did you get out? I don't even understand. Leave it. This is a bird dog who wants to hunt birds. I have no idea how that happened. Sit.
Aww. What are you guys doing now?
Can you guys help me catch them? Push them my way. He hears birds squeaking right now and he is dying to go after them. But he's a well-trained dog. He knows he can't. They're not his birds.
Let's go on loose.
Alright. Oh, it's coming your way. Right along the wall. They have such a will to live, these little
They
things.
do.
They are not slow. Alright, it's coming your way.
Got it. Oh, they got it. You got it?
Yeah.
Don't let it go.
Hold it tight. They got claws on their feet, so don't.
Alright.
Okay, off to the vets. The vets. Not the Beethoven vet. The nice vet. Dr. Connie. Look at that dog right where I left him and told him to sit.
Here, Bobo.
So why do we put our dogs in crates? Our dogs are all crate trained. I think crate training is one of the best things you can do for your dogs.
Alright, always exciting.
Yes. And now we're running late, or are we okay?
It should be okay. That's why I wanted to leave
Here, let's
10 minutes early. It's okay, I want to drink. I'm going to leave 10 minutes early because I knew we'd be 10 minutes late. Which means now we're leaving right on time.
That's right. She's not a hoarder and she's never late.
That's not true. I'm only late when Austin makes me late.
Let's guess, which of the two of us is ever late?
Daddy.
Why did everyone guess that I was the hoarder? Like, do I
Everybody.
admit that much of a hoarder?
Yes,
Hey.
poor thing.
I love to throw my stuff everywhere.
Yes.
That's true, I guess. I am kind of the hoarder.
Yes.
People, like 95% guessed
You.
I was the hoarder. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about crate training. And then everything went crazy when we saw ducklings on the loose. Ah! Ooh, I'm amped this
can you
morning.
imagine like how fast they run? They run so fast. And how many days old are
Oh man, they're like 3 days old and their will to survive is.
they? They're not even.
They
a
were
week
clawing
old.
me. I grabbed that little one. He was like, I'll take you on.
You're like, whoa, whoa.
So let's talk about crate training. It's week 1 with our puppy. It's actually into week 2 now.
Week and a half. Yeah.
And right away, we try to train our puppy some very important things for a farm dog. We start working right away on crate training. We start working right away on just general manners when you come and see the kids and see us, and things you can bite and things you can't. And we're gonna do a video later this week about like week 1, what you should train your dog. So we'll talk about that in another video. Why I'm mad at such a cute little puppy.
You can't be mad at a puppy.
If you're gonna successfully crate train and potty train, it requires pulling all night shifts. You have to wake up various points throughout the night, depending on the age and bladder size of your puppy, and let the dog out in the night. You don't want it peeing or pooping in its crate and learning like, oh, I can just pee and poop wherever I want and it's fine to be covered in disgust.
Because instinctively, naturally, they won't pee or poop where they're sleeping. They don't want it near them in there.
I have been told by my breeder that a lot of times puppy mill puppies are hard to house train because they're in their filth all day and they get used to it. Even though instinctually they don't want to be in it, it kind of breaks that because nobody cleans up after them and they're in that little space pooping and peeing all day. My breeder lets the puppies out to pee just like I've been doing. So we already got a dog that was used to the idea of peeing outside. But for the last week, pretty much a couple days into owning this puppy, I've been waking up through the night, 2-3 times a night, checking on the pup to let it out. And every time I go, there's already a giant turd there waiting and she's covered in poop. She's been pooping through the night, all through the night, constantly, too much diarrhea. This is a gross vlog. I should like put an explicit tab on it. Demonetized. When I got her from the breeder, 3-seaters retrievers, Jack told me, oh, she's right now pooping right after meals. Feed her in the morning and she'll go poop, and then feed her in the evening and she'll go poop, and that's it. She shouldn't be pooping like 5 times a day. And every time I go in the middle of the night, there's already a poop there and she's a mess, and I'm in the middle of the night, I'm hosing out the crate, and I've been so worried. I'm thinking she's got a worm or something. So yesterday, she's got one worm. She found a worm and it's telling her to poop all over.
A little worm on her shoulder.
You will poop now, pup. Don't obey master. I'm your master. Evil worm. What would an evil worm be named, guys?
Wormter? Wormady?
I'm thinking like Darth Wiggle. Not only has she been doing this, then she stopped eating.
I'll be thinking about this all day, so.
She'll think of a good one and we'll edit it in the right
8
time.
hours, I'll think of
Oh! If you got a good evil worm name, comments below. So now, on top of her pooping all over the place all the time, she stopped eating. We're feeding her, we put her feet out and she takes a bite or two and then like doesn't eat anymore. And I'm getting really worried. What's wrong with my puppy? And so yesterday we took a fecal. Now it's time to do everyone's favorite thing to do when you own animals. In today's episode of Homesteady, we're gonna do everyone's favorite thing to do with animals. What's that, you ask? The favorite thing to do with cute fuzzy animals? Is it pet them? Nope, not pet them. Is it feed them? Here, goaty, goaty, goaty. Nope, not feed them. Is it play fetch with them? Nope, not that either. Dacus? What you doing?
I'm watching their butts. I need to take some poop.
We're gonna grab a big old steaming pile of poop and put it into a baggie. That's right, today on Homesteady, we're taking fecals. And you're coming along for the ride. Keep your eyes on that goat's butt, we need a fresh one. Last night, I'm trying to look for dog poop. Last night I took Poppy out here to take a poop. And now I'm just, trying to remember where she went. It's a real walk to remember kind of situation here.
It's, looks fresh.
You got the glove on.
Gross.
Can't even argue with that.
You found the fresh one?
It smells bad, so it must be fresh enough.
So yesterday we took a fecal to see if there was something wrong, brought it to the vet, and now put a appointment into the vet because the minute she stopped eating it was like, all right, there's definitely something serious wrong. We booked the appointment with the vet today, and that was that. And I'm thinking I'll find out what's wrong with my little pup. And then I found out what was wrong with my pup without the vet's help and without needing to go to the vet. Last night my mother-in-law comes over and she says, I think I know what's wrong with Poppy. There's a little garden by my in-laws' place that has a fence around it, and that's where my mother-in-law feeds the cats because the dogs can't get in there. And the dogs love cat food. They're like dog Doritos. They can't stop eating it. They'll eat it as much as they can and then they won't eat their good food. Dogritos. And then it makes him sick. This happened with Bones when we first moved onto the property, and I brought him to the vet to find out what was wrong, and we figured out it was cat food gorging. We thought we had gotten rid of all the cat food gorge opportunities, but this little garden fence has a small space at the bottom that big dogs can't get through, but little puppies can. My mother-in-law watched last night as little Poppy, out playing, scooted under the fence, got into the cat food, and gorged herself on all the cat food. Fortunately, it's just like a bowl of cat food. It's not like an entire bag, so she's not gonna kill herself gorging on cat food, but she's gonna eat enough where she then has to poop it all out all night.
And she won't eat her dog food.
Mystery solved.
Naughty dog, we
And all the worry and all the times I've been waking up in the middle of the night to potty train this little pup who I am going to rename Poopy. She's driving me crazy.
She could be pooping in our crate right now.
She could be pooping right now.
You stole my life.
So off we go this morning to the vet for a second time to tell her a second time, oh, my dog's not sick. It's just eating Dogritos.
Naughty poopy.
Why are we still going to the vet even though we know? Well, for one, we just want to be sure, just double sure that our puppy's okay. We treat the health of our pups very seriously. And the other reason is it's good to just start going to see our vet, getting the records, you know, started for all her shots and things, health records and all that. My dogs are all field dogs, so we get them their shots for all the weird things they're gonna get in the field to make sure if they drink a puddle in the field or they get bit by a tick, they're gonna be okay. So we're gonna get all that, you know, just get the process rolling, let the puppy meet the vet and get her on paperwork and all that stuff. It can't hurt to make sure things are good. Plus, we've dropped off, as you saw in the video, some goat fecals. Or maybe you didn't see that. Maybe we'll put that in the goat fecal video.
You want to talk about why you're staring at a goat butt?
Austin has been checking the under eyelid, is that
Yep.
what you call it? Austin has been checking the under eyelid of the goats, just keeping an eye out for worms. Because it's been pretty wet this year, wet and humid, so then there can be issues for worms in the animals. So Lacey's been looking a little pale, which could mean she's got a high level of worms in her body. So since I gotta take some of the puppy's poop to the vet to check for worms, I figure I might as well take Lacey's too. So I'm trying to get poop. I'm on a time schedule too, of course. I've got a half hour to be able to do this and make it in time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they close at 5. They're shorter poop as soon as I bring them into the clean barn. They're all shy.
They're all...
Oh, I didn't know it was going to be on camera. I didn't have anything prepared.
Sometimes you can stick your finger in the pair of gloves and scoop some stuff
Pop a
out.
couple pebbles out.
Yeah,
Little
so-
fruity pebbles.
So maybe I'll grab a glove. See if I can harvest some berries.
Going berry picking.
Over here, Lace. This is good. Why don't you film what we're doing, okay?
Okay.
Take a good shot.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Back up.
Okay. doing this, I could. She's got a little pink. She ain't as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
I want to show the Comanche. If you peel back their eyelid on the bottom there, you can see it's a little bit of pinkness and then some white. If it was all white, she'd be in very big danger. You want to see a little bit more red. So.
That's why we're taking her. Oh yeah, definitely.
You can see the difference in color. A lot of red. She looks a lot better. So we're gonna get them both checked. As long as we're taking fecals to the vet, why not slip an extra in there? So we've dropped off, as you saw in the video, some goat fecals. Last week was Cute Animal Week on Homesteady. This is
Taking a nasty turn.
Excrement Week on Homesteady. Worm and Poop Week on Homesteady.
Sometimes you can say a lot without using words.
Okay, we made it. Into the vet we go. We'll catch you up on the other side. Probably sneak a shot with my iPhone while we're in there. Sneaky video.
Hi guys.
Ready? Turns out it wasn't just cat food. Somebody's got a parasite. Good thing we came. It's the dog. She has a parasite. I don't have a parasite. That I know of. Maybe I have a parasite. Felt like it last time. Puppy, puppy, puppy. We always told them that was something special. What does she got? So, the vet explained that although the cat food is part of the problem, Poppy, along with some of her other litter pups, has coccidiosis, which is, you know, very, if you've had animals, you've had coccidiosis. It's pretty normal, nothing too crazy, but that will cause the diarrhea. And so now we have a shot today of, well, it's not like it's for her mouth. It's not a shot that we're putting into her veins. This is ivermectin?
No, it's Albin suspension.
Albin suspension. We're going to be giving her this for the next 8 days. And vet said that dogs tend to like this.
So let's see.
Make sure it's on camera. You like that? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, it does have a yummy smell. I want the kids to smell that. That was easy. Well, you made that pretty nice. So now I owe my pup an apology because although I was mad that she was eating cat food, and I still am, she really did have something wrong with her belly.
It wasn't just the cat food. And the vet said we don't really have to worry about bones unless we see signs of diarrhea. From our experience with the goats and the cows, it's the younger ones who have a harder time with the coccidia. Their bodies can't fight it off. The older ones kind of get an immunity to it. With a strong, healthy immune system, they won't be bothered by it.
We almost, well, we weren't going to. We were like, oh man, maybe we didn't have to schedule the vet appointment. We weren't going to cancel it, but good thing we didn't because something was really wrong with Poppy here. And there was also something wrong with our goats, which we found with the fecal that we did. So let's put her away and we'll go deal with our goats now. Now remember, the cat food has been removed from the equation, so she definitely seems pretty hungry right now. And like we said, we feed her in her crate so that her crate is a happy place. There you go. Okay, next is goats.
Yeah.
Now we're going to worm the goats.
I'll let them out from here.
Ah, the nice clean barn that smells so much better than it did after the flood. Ooh, nice clean stall there. It's so nice. Okay. Help in any way?
Bad shot, good medicine. Just right there between their cheek.
That was easy, all right. Turns out that everybody had worms.
We probably have worms, let's be honest.
Yeah. The pup had coccidia, which we're giving her weeks full of.
Coccidia is a parasite. I'm not sure it's a worm.
Okay, right, parasite.
I don't know. I'd have to check that to be sure.
Okay, this isn't a scientific video, we're just talking. A scientific video is coming soon. The goats also had Strongly.
Strongbow.
Giles.
Strong
Jowls. Strong Giles.
Strong Giles.
Giles.
Strong Giles. Strong Giles.
It's like jowls.
G-Y-L-E-S. Strong Giles.
We know our stuff. It's okay, we're not vets. We're just homesteaders. That's why we don't try to play vets on YouTube. The goats had strong giles, which is a worm. They said an intestinal worm that causes anemia. So the FAMACHA test that you saw me do, where we pull back their eyelid and see that it's too white, that's from blood anemia, blood loss. So it was good. We picked up on that. It also causes skinniness, which we noticed in Lacey. That worm leads to what we were noticing in Lacey. It can also lead to death. It could kill our goats. And so we are treating her with the vet recommended a dose of ivermectin today, and tomorrow Panicur, and that's 2 more or 3 more days of Panicur.
3 more days, yeah.
Now I know a lot of you, when you hear the word ivermectin, are thinking, whoa, aren't you guys homesteaders? Shouldn't you go the natural route? Shouldn't you use some herbs, some tinctures, maybe a little fairy dust? We're gonna talk about in tomorrow's video, because this is a big topic we've been asked about a lot lately. What do we do for worms? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into how we handle worming and care for our livestock, natural, conventional. We're gonna dive deep into that very, what's the right word? Meaty subject. I was gonna say more like divisive, inflammatory subject.
In the next video.
You're gonna say anything? You're just gonna look pretty next to me.
I just said inflammatory. I said divisive, and then I said inflammatory.
You could say something like,
And as always, we're not going to
this
tell.
barn is so noisy. Shut up!
And as always, we're not going to tell you what you should do, but we are going to tell you what we do and why we do it.
Oh, don't forget, if you like our videos, be sure to sign up to our email list, because every Friday we send all our videos to everyone on our email list. YouTube doesn't share all our videos with all our subscribers, but we do every Friday on the email list, so join that. But now we're gonna go spray some flies with some spray.
For our other video.
Or cows with some spray, because that video's a long time in coming. Next week's gonna be fly spray and worming.
Should be fun.
Gonna lose some subscribers next week.